Today we're going to be talking about evolution. Now, as we all know, the main purpose of evolution is to get the fuck out of the ocean as fast as animally possible. The ocean is scary, soggy, and salty. 3 of the worst adjectives ever. And having limbs just kinda rocks. So why is it then that some species just thought, well, time to throw away millions of years of hard-fought evolution and just go back to the wetness? What initially brought my attention to this topic was this video. Now this video is amazing and all, but it got me thinking, why is this dumb idiot going back into the water? That's the opposite of what it should be doing. So like most things in science and history, nobody really knows why this happened, but we have a few hypotheses based on a few rocks that some nerds dug up in their free time. Let's take your mom for example, also known as the cetacea. The earliest known ancestor of these majestic sea cows are the Indo-Hyas. These things were about the size of your average raccoon. Now most of their time was spent on land, right? But in dire times, say when they needed to hide from a predator or find food, they would resort to water. Their heavy bone structure reduced their buoyancy and allowed them to sink easily underwater. The Indo-Hyas was a dirty opportunist that abused its amphibian traits to get food from the sea when the harvest was lacking on land. Fast forward a few years and you've got the Pakicetus. Okay, so now it looks even less like a whale. But trust me, it gets better after this point, because next up in the evolutionary line comes the Ambulocetus. What the fuck, evolution? How does this become this? I mean, I get going from this to this and this to that, but a rat to a freaking crocodile? I mean, come on, that's just ridiculous. Anyway, their repeated visits to swim practice rendered the limbs useless for the beast, so they eventually just kinda disappeared over time. You know, kinda like how the jaws of cavemen became more and more sturdy and chunky because they ate nothing but hard foods their entire lives. And scientists found that the limbs lost function long before they themselves were lost, meaning that for a long period of time the limbs were just kinda there, just flopping around as the creature traversed the seas. But when shit gets really real is when the Ambulocetus turns into the Basilosaurus. Look at that! No limbs, pronounced tail, and long, fishy body. This is the last phase the creature has to go through before it becomes a full-on cetacea. What's interesting to note is that this transformation from land mammal to marine camel took roughly 10 million years, which is considered a short period of time by evolution standards. Now here comes my favorite part of this whole thing. So the limb loss was a result of slowly accumulated genetic changes that happened in the fetal period. But it was the loss of one specific gene that caused the limbs to completely disappear. This one gene is the reason why we and many other limb-having creatures have limbs. This gene is essential for a limb to develop beyond the knee and elbow joint. And that gene is officially called, I shit you not, the Sonic Hedgehog gene. That's right, the reason why you and I can walk is because of Sonic Hedgehog. TLDR, the reason why your mom exists is because her ancestors liked swimming, so the Sonic Hedgehog in their genetic code was like, well, I'm no longer needed here. Bye!